Well, hello, Cupcake. Oh, don't you look so surprised. What's the matter? You look like you've seen a ghost. Well, congratulations, darling. You are now a spirit medium. You didn't think I was gone just because I was dead, did you? Come on, you know me better than that. Death doesn't mean the end. Especially not when you've got unfinished business. Now, first things first. I want to know who showed up at the funeral. And I don't just want a detailed list. I want notes on who cried, who pretended to cry, who wore black just 'cause it's slimming, and for God's sake, was Aunt Betty there? You know she never liked me. I bet she showed up just to gloat, didn't she? Probably wearing that god-awful hat with the feathers, like some kind of tragic widow in a bad soap opera. Well, spill. Really? You ain't got nothing to say to me? All right. You take your time. I know that this is a lot to take in, and on the best of days, you take time to transition from one thought to the next. You just sit there and relax. You know, it's funny. I was the one who always said I'd have the biggest funeral in town. Everyone would be there crying their eyes out, regretting all the times they didn't listen to me. But then I thought, why leave it to chance? Right? So I had the perfect plan. I was going to fake my death. Imagine that, showing up. I'd be at my own funeral, everybody crying over me, and then bam, I'd pop up like a jack-in-the-box to see who actually cared. But I ask you, is that what happened? Well, no, clearly not. Typical. Best laid plans, I guess. You know, it's not so easy as those Hollywood people make it seem to jump out of a moving vehicle as it's about to go flying off a cliff. Turns out wind resistance and momentum keep pushing the door closed. They should tell people that. They shouldn't make it look like it's so reliable. Someday somebody's going to get hurt for real. Oh. Well, I guess somebody did. Still. Look at me, had to go and die for real. And look at you, sitting there all quiet like a little kid who got caught stealing the cookies. What'd you think, I wouldn't come back and check up on things? Oh, please. You know me better than that. Or at least you should. All these years together and you still look surprised. Did you even listen to what I told you about my afterlife? I distinctly remember mentioning that I'd come back and haunt you if you didn't do things right. You laughed like it was some kind of joke. Well, who is laughing now? I ask you that. Are these all your condolence cards? Huh. I will admit I expected more. I mean, it was my funeral, for crying out loud. I should have had at least 20 more mourners than Cynthia Jenkins. You know, she was always so jealous of me. I could see it in her beady little eyes. And yet she had more people at her funeral than I did? That's just wrong. And did you see the flowers she got? Big, beautiful lilies. In the meantime, what is this? What is this in your... What is this? Did you get carnations? Carnations. I done told you they're the flower equivalent of a soggy handshake. All right, well, you know what? Let's focus on the important stuff. What did you say about me? Come on, out with it. I know you had some kind of speech. Was it good? Did you mention how I kept this house running even when you couldn't figure out how to change a light bulb? How I always knew that you were sneaking a midnight snack, even though you thought you were so sneaky. Oh, and did you mention how I always made sure that you wore that nice blue tie to church, even though you claimed it was too flashy? You weren't fooling anyone. You loved that tie. Oh, and what about the others? Was Sally there? She always had a soft spot for me. Oh, no. No. Wait. They didn't have a potluck, did they? Ugh, that woman cannot cook a decent pie, and she always brings a pie. Dry as sawdust every single time, bless her heart. What about Mike? Well, he never liked me. I bet he showed up anyway just to keep up appearances. Did he cry? I need to know if Mike cried. Wait a minute. Did you invite that woman from the grocery store? You know the one I mean, with the red hair and the laugh that sounds like a dying goose. I saw the way she looked at you. Did she try to comfort you? I swear if she so much as touched your arm, I'll haunt her too. No one moves into my territory, dead or alive. You know, I always thought I'd be one of them classy ghosts. You know, the kind that only appears in some grand mansion, some old house, and whispers spooky things like, "Get out," or "Beware." But no. Here I am, stuck haunting you, because I can't rest until I know exactly how my funeral went. I suppose that's just my luck, isn't it? I was cleaning up after everyone, even in the afterlife. But I guess I shouldn't be too hard on you. You did love me, after all. I know you did. Even if you had a funny way of showing it sometimes. Like that time you bought me a vacuum cleaner for our anniversary. I nearly divorced you then and there, but deep down I knew it was because you thought I'd want the best. That's what kept me around all these years. Knowing that, despite everything, you were the best. You cared. You know what? I cared about you. Still do, if you can believe it. That doesn't mean I'm letting you off the hook. Oh no, you are not getting rid of me that easily. I have got questions and you are going to answer them. So let's get over that list again. Did Aunt Betty glow? Did Sally cry? Did anyone try to move in on my territory? And for heaven's sake, did you make sure to use the good tablecloth at the reception? You know how much I hate that old lace one with the stains. Oh, and music. What did you play? I swear, if you played anything by that dreadful country singer you like, I will haunt you for the rest of your days. My funeral needed class, not twang. I was thinking something a bit more elegant, like Mozart, Chopin, maybe even a little touch of Sinatra. Did you even think about that? Or did you just throw on whatever was in your CD player? You know, you really are hopeless sometimes. That's why you needed me, isn't it? To keep things in order. Make sure you didn't make a complete fool of yourself. And now here I am as a ghost, cleaning up after you still, making sure my funeral wasn't a disaster. Honestly, it's like I never left. I wouldn't have had it any other way, though. You know that, right? You were a pain and a mess. More trouble than you were worth most days, but you were my pain and my mess and my trouble. And I wouldn't trade our years together for anything. Not even a perfect funeral with lilies instead of carnations. But I suppose I can't stay here forever, can I? Eventually, I will have to move on and let you live your life. Even if it's just so you don't keep embarrassing yourself. But before I go, I need to know. Was a good send-off. Did you do me proud? Because if not, I swear I'll come back and haunt you all over again. Oh, for crying out loud, you are useless. You know that. Can I even get a straight answer out of you? Fine, I'll just have to... No. No, I suppose that's true. My business remains unfinished until you tell me. Darling, I need you to tell me. And you need you to tell me. Look, just because I don't want some brazen redheaded hussy to hit on you at my funeral doesn't mean that I want you to live the rest of your life being lonely and sad. Much as I have teased you about it, I have done some silly things in my life. Most recently, tried to fake my own death. But I will never be so silly as to encourage you to live your life for a dead woman, even if that woman is me. Now, I realize that as ghosts go, you could do much worse. But as living goes, you could do much better. And I have not spent all of these years trying to improve you so that you could do something so stupid after I was dead. So come on and out with it. Tell me how the funeral went, and then, after a respectful mourning period, get back on with your life. No? Not going to tell me? All right. Maybe you take a little bit more time. Get used to the idea. Talk to me. I won't talk back, because I don't want to encourage you. But, I will listen. And you can give me the details of that funeral a little bit at a time if you need to. All right? All right. I'm going to get going. Well, not really going, but you won't be seeing me. I love you. And don't cry on the couch. You'll get spots on the suede. Hey, you cupcakes. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for still being here. Thank you for all your likes, your subscriptions, your comments, and now for your memberships. I've got new memberships on the channel available. I'll link to information about it down in the comments and down in the description. Actually, you should probably be able to see it on my main page as well. You know, actually, I talk about it in a welcome video, an introduction video that I will link to, but one thing to keep in mind about my YouTube memberships is that unlike most of my tier levels on my Patreon, I'm not going to be offering any spicy content on my YouTube. Aside from it, I don't know. Some people get away with a lot. I don't know how much it is against terms of service, the stuff that I would do. I don't think it is. I'm not sure. But either way, whether it is or not, YouTube memberships can be gifted to people. And so I don't want to end up with somebody gifting a YouTube membership to a minor and then having access to inappropriate content. So we are going to keep that clean. And if you would like the spicy content, like the things that have been coming out, and so like the new one that just came out on Sunday, you can check out my Patreon, and soon I will also have fourth wall memberships available if you don't like Patreon. Trying to come meet you where you are here. Anyway, I have so many new people to thank, so many new cupcakes to welcome. There is Techo, Disbanded Crow, Ashend, A, Mass Gambles, Toa, Yes Sir, William Zender, No Name, Gideon7, Jake Smedley, Lightwolf, and Bubble Tea. Thank you all so very much for joining, being my patrons, and supporting me. I also have the Y Rider and Christian Cleopatra, who've been so very kind to me on Throne. Thank you for the gifts. And especially, as always, all of those bakers and pound cake tier level people who, and soon also the tea cake and the, what did I call them? Baby cake, tea cake, and tasty cakes. Tasty cakes are the new ones. for my YouTube memberships. I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys soon there. But for the moment, I would like to thank all my bakers and pound cakes. There's Disbanded Crow, Techo, Amphizenas, Mushan Gaming, Tomas Rogers, That One Brit, Your Skating Wolfie, Nosti, Rogue Scholar, Barry Wilburn, Esteed, Anon, SLE Photo, Harper Evolution, Malice CeeLo, Army Guy 007, Mr. Fabulous, Lou, Bunny, Tiny the Taxman, Meryl, Anin, Darth Mythos, Red Death 48, Always Able, Vagar, Old Bean UK, Kalua Bear, The Swaggy Llama, Cody, Artlow, Pierce Stalish, and Christian Cleopatra. And if you guys have like your headsets on binaural hearing, you'll hear how I was rocking back and forth with those names. It became a song for me. Going from one mic to the other. But of course, I'm so grateful to all of you for your support. I hope you will all be as good to yourselves as you are to me, and I will talk to you tomorrow. You take care.